And of course, with AI and over the years, a lot of things has changed when it comes to this process, right? And there are a lot of things that isn't exactly applicable today. But today with AI, that amount of work that is required has drastically reduced.
Imagine having AI to create an entire spreadsheet where it literally lists down all of your audience's market and industry's problems, solutions, struggles, and the different reasons why they should be buying your product. And every single time when you're thinking about making a social media post on your phone or creating an ad, all you gotta do is hit over to this spreadsheet and think about, oh, I wonder what struggle or what problem my industry or audience is facing. Let me just pick a random number and use that as your hook, your headline, your social media post for the day. And or get AI to expand on that point where you know that all these different points are all based on stats, they're all based on psychology, they're all based on things that your audience cares about. And that is what today's video is all about. By the end of today's video, if you stay till the end, you'll be able to create an entire spreadsheet so that what I call the message bank. This was based on a training session that I did recently. If you, by the end of this video, you want to be able to create your own message bank that lists down all of your audiences and industries, problems, struggles, solutions, and different reasons why they should buy your stuff, then make sure you watch this video till the end. Let's begin.
Some of you may know that for a really long time, a product that we sold for many years very successfully is called Content Multiplier Formula. And we released this product and we launched it about 6+ years ago. And the whole theme and idea of this product was about how do you create one piece of content and then from that one piece of pillar content multiply it across other platforms. So one long form video, create it into different shorts, transcribe it into a blog post, take the blog post, take out the profound things that you said in there, and from the words, create quote cards from it, and literally from one piece of content, multiply it to a lot of different types of smaller content to be distributed and multiplied across many platforms. And of course, with AI and over the years, a lot of things has changed when it comes to this process, right? And there are a lot of things that isn't exactly applicable today. But today with AI, that amount of work that is required has drastically reduced. At any given time, if you feel, oh man, what should I talk about? What should I talk about my ads? What should I go talk about when I create this short? What should I do if I want to be able to get on a Facebook Live and get people by? Any given time in future, if you want to be able to think about what to say, you will be referring to this document that we're going to be creating together right now. The first thing that we want to do is we want to create a bank of messages. Okay, now what is a bank of messages? What does that even mean? Okay, so this means that we want to be able to create a whole Excel sheet, a whole swipe file of our audience and how they think. So the first thing, if you want to do it together with me, open a spreadsheet right now, whether it's on Microsoft Excel, whether it's on Google Sheets. And the first thing you want to do is I want you to write down the result they want to generate. Who's they? Your audience. Okay. What result do they want? Okay. Now, the good news about this is for a really long time, it took time to think about what does my audience really want? What does this group of people, these investors, trainers, speakers, doctors, lawyers, accountants, work from home moms, drop shippers, right? What type of result are they looking to generate? Now that, by the way, today is literally replaced with a prompt. Now, what is the prompt? The prompt is, can you give me 10 different variations of results target audience is looking to create? That's the prompt. So once we have result they want to generate, the next thing is we want to be able to think about what's the reason for wanting that result, okay? So over here, you might notice, I would say create a list of reasons that target audience would have for result they want to generate. So for example, this would be like, create a list of reasons that a speaker, trainer, or coach would have for wanting to have more clients. Okay, so this would be target audience would be speakers. Result they want to generate is to have more clients. So create a list of reasons that a speaker, trainer, or coach, which is target audience, would have for result they want to generate, which is having more clients, right? So result they want to generate maybe is to have more clients and sales. Okay, all I'm doing is, this would be a prompt inside AI, inside ChatGPT, right? So now it will be like, oh, they want to have financial security. They want to be able, let me just kind of zoom out now, right? Maybe they want to have, they have a passion for helping others. Maybe it's for personal fulfillment. Maybe it's for recognition and influence. Maybe it's for growth opportunities. Maybe it's flexibility. Maybe it's to have a competitive advantage so that they can stand out. Now, all these answers here, I didn't write a word. Okay, all this was generated via AI, but now I'm able to have it all in one place. Typically, when it comes to reasons, there must be something that I always call like tangible, non-tangible, right? So for example, let's say for Johnny's example, reason for wanting that result. Why do I want send my kids to martial arts and get them to learn this skill set, right? Tangible could be like self-defense, right? Tangible would be to be able to give them so that a degree of discipline so that they can have better grades in school. That's tangible, right? Intangible would be like something you can't see, right? It's not really visible, right? So this would be like to be able to build up a level of willpower and confidence from within, right? That's intangible. So typically, whenever a person wants to do something, there's always the tangible and intangible in most cases, right? Something that you can quantify and something you can't quantify. Okay, here's the thing, okay? Here's what I was trying to accomplish. My goal for each and every one of you is not to completely rely on AI to give you the answers and take it at face value. Because if that's the case, you're not doing critical thinking and you're not really understanding what to filter and which ones to take and which ones to leave out. Okay, because AI can give you some really good answers, but sometimes they make up stuff as well. Okay, this is known in the AI world, is known as hallucinating, right? If they don't know the answer, they will just, make up stuff. Okay, so a good way to think about this is to just go deeper by asking yourself, and why would they want that? And then whatever answer you come up with would be, and why would they want that? And why would they want that? You keep repeating the process. Okay, so for example, this might be the reason why they want to be able to want these results is so that they can get more clients. Well, why do they want to get more clients? So that they'll be able to make more sales. Well, why do they want to make more sales? So that they'll be able to serve a larger audience. Well, why do they want to serve a larger audience? So that they can have more impact on others. Well, why do they want to have more impact on others? So that they'll be able to create a degree of freedom for themselves and to be able to provide for their family. Well, what do we want to provide for their family? So that their family members and the loved ones would give them the respect they deserve, and they'll be able to take care of their loved ones a whole lot better by giving them the life that they want. So notice that it stemmed from one thing, which is getting more clients. Now, when you go deeper into this process, what really happens is you'll be able to distinguish which layer to target in your messaging, in your ads, in your videos, in your Facebook Lives, on your social media captions, okay? And the best part is you only need to do it once, and then after that, you just pick and choose, oh, you know what? I'm going to talk about this thing today. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to talk about this thing today, right? So what we want to be able to do, you'll notice that the way we've structured this, okay? If I share with you my Excel sheet here, right? You'll notice that the way it's divided is into different things, right? It could be like financial security, right? That could be one reason. Passion for helping others, that's another one. Personal fulfillment, that's another one, right? Recognition and influence, that's another one. So what we want to be able to do right now is we want to be able to create this library this entire bank of messages. Why? Because I'm going to show you how we can mix and match. And this is going to act as our framework for content creation, right? It all begins with this. You want an ad, create this bank, and now you're just going to pick and choose and mix and match all of the different possible combinations and permutations of different things to talk about. Okay. All right. So that would be reasons for wanting results. Next one, okay, would be what they avoid or what they dislike, right? What they hate doing, right? So now the next thing that we want to be able to do is create a list of reasons that target audience, who's your target audience? So for this example here would be speakers, trainers, and coaches, would dislike in order to result, okay? So this would be like create a list of personal reasons that a speaker, trainer, or coach would dislike or avoid in order to get more clients. Now, why do we want to do this? Because now this is how we're getting into the heads of our audience. There's a reason why your target audience haven't gotten the result that they say they want to generate. And the reason why that hasn't happened yet is because there was probably something that needs to be done on their end that they probably avoided, that they probably didn't do, that they probably disliked, and that's why it was never done. Maybe it was too technical, maybe it's dry, maybe it wasn't within their personality type, maybe it's not their strength, maybe they don't have the capital, maybe they don't know how, right? Maybe it feels like it's not in line with who they are. But whatever it is, maybe it's because of their specific circumstance or situation. That's why they haven't done it. So maybe they feel that they're bad with words. Maybe they feel that they need to be a great designer in order to have it done. Now, whatever it is, this is where we want to be able to list down a full list of things that they dislike, that's a challenge, that's an obstacle, that's a struggle for them, okay? Why? Because again, these are all different talking points in content creation, okay? A list of all of the things they dislike doing. Okay, this is where all of us, I want you guys to think about like the specific scenarios and to be able to paint a picture based on that. Okay, so for example, fear of failure, when it comes to, so to put some context to it, Jan's niche is in, training working adults in learning the English language in his country, right? And when it comes to learning a specific language, fear of failure means to think about, okay, what are the different things related to it? And whenever we say something like fear of failure, on the surface level, it doesn't really hit a person hard. To go deeper into it, we want to think about, well, what does fear of failure mean, right? So maybe it could be like fear of looking stupid, fear of embarrassment, fear of criticism, right? What if I pronounce something incorrectly and somehow it's a recorded session and I end up being on YouTube forever? It is about showing people that fear or the thing that they want or the thing that they dislike through stories or analogies, right? So notice what I'm doing over here. It's like this over here is a talking point. Maybe it could be a picture that I'm doing, right? So I could shoot this video where it's playing in the background and I'm commentating over it, right? And you could come from the angle of one of the biggest reasons why people fear learning a new language is, what if my accent sounds weird and I mispronounce some words that has got a totally different meaning altogether? And what if it ends up being this video that's viral online that has got tens of millions of views that's now too late for anybody to take down? When it comes to understanding the things that they dislike, this is something that AI may not necessarily be able to do for you. And that is to link it to the ability to link it to a story, a video. Now, AI can still link it to analogies, right? Based on this, can you give me a story or analogy? Sure. But it can't beat that personal flavor or personalization or observation or life experience, right? That's where the power is. So this next column is, I would like you to think about what are some of the things that your audiences dislike, but try to really paint that picture with the story, with emotion, with observation. Because that's when it becomes a lot deeper than just the surface level thing. So I'll give you some examples. Okay, so for example, over here, this would be like the prompt that I use would be create a list of reasons that target audience would dislike in order to result. So Jan, as you were talking, I've put in inside ChatGPT, which is create a list of reasons that working adults would dislike in order to learn English. Okay, so guess what? Each item in here is a hook or a talking point in Facebook or social media or as a post or as anything, right? Do you feel that you lack time learning English because it feels like it's a very time-consuming thing? Do you feel that after a long day's work, the last thing and managing the kids and fetching them back from school, the last thing you want to do is learn a new language when you could be watching Netflix and eating ice cream, right? So notice what I'm doing here. I'm going above and beyond the surface level answer that AI is giving me, and I'm linking it to something that's relatable. Okay. So prioritizing other responsibilities, right? Do you feel that you've always wanted to learn English, but there's so much going on in your life, right? You've got work, you have family commitments, you've got the household chores, you've got to change the diaper, you got to do all these things. The question is, when does learning a new language is it ever going to be a priority? And for most people, the answer is never. Okay. Do you feel that it's expensive to learn a new language? Do you feel that learning a new language requires you to look stupid, to embarrass yourself, right? To mispronounce words? And guess what? That's part of the success equation, right? Do you feel that maybe for some people, you feel that there's no need to learn a new language to begin with? There's no motivation in place. Okay. Do you feel that you've tried to learn a new language in the past, but you failed? So you told yourself, hey, you know what? I'm not going to go through that again. Okay. I've gone through it in primary school. It sucks. Right? I've got to memorize words. I've got to read from textbooks, right? And it's just a horrible way to learn, right? Guess what? There's a better way, right? The traditional school system is broken, right? What if there was a different way for you to learn English for working adults that's actually fun and entertaining, that's actually practical? Okay, so notice what I'm doing right now is I'm taking the different answers that AI is giving me and I am linking it to something that's personal or an observation or a story. Now that's how you spice things up and make it better. Okay, lack of immediate benefits. So here's how I would like all of you to think about this and to practice this, okay? So whenever AI gives you an answer, AI always gives it to you on a surface level answer. And if people use AI, that's how they use it, right? They'll just say, are you somebody that's learning, trying to learn English and you find that there's lack of immediate benefits, and they just go through whatever AI feeds them. But while it's decent, it's not going to be really great. Why? Because it's lacking that personal touch. And the personal touch is basically, well, how do I really make it relatable for my specific audience that I'm talking to? So this means that in order to make it relatable, can you talk about your personal experience or an experience that your audience can relate to by talking about the specifics? So notice that what makes it relatable or funny or engaging is not when you tell people that surface level thing. It is when you take what AI gives you, the output, and you link it to something that is relatable. That's when it's powerful. The last one over here, for the purpose of this exercise, is so why would they want to invest in your offer? Okay. So over here, here's what I'm doing. I'm saying create a list of reasons that target audience would want to result, would have for investing in what your offer is. So for example, this might be create a list of reasons that a speaker, trainer, or coach who wants to have a much bigger reach would have to invest in a public speaking course, right? What are some of the reasons that person might have to invest in public speaking course? So maybe it would be like improve your presentation skills. It will be increase in confidence, expand audience reach. Maybe they want to stand out from competitors. Maybe they want to establish credibility. They want to engage in different types of audiences. Maybe they want to be able to tell a story better. Maybe they want to enhance leadership skills. Now, all these elements in here, guess what? All these are items and angles as to perhaps ideas of what it is that you should be doing to include in your offer to make it more compelling, or different things that you want to be talking about when you are making an offer, right? So where you're saying, so why would you want to be able to do this, right? As you all know, facts tell, but stories sell. When you enroll for this event, when you start this training, right, we're going to show you how to become a master storyteller. Right? So this is where you want to think about, like, is this compelling enough for me to add it to my existing offer if my offer doesn't consist of this? Or if it already has, what are some of the things that I could be saying in order to emphasize on these points? Now, if I were to zoom out to this thing, okay, you'll notice that there are a few core things, okay? The core four, okay? It would be, what is the result they want to generate? Okay, write this down in case you haven't done so already. What is the reason they want to generate? The reason they want to get that result. What they would avoid or dislike. And why would they want to invest in your offer? Now, all these are different prompts you can put in ChatGPT. Again, before this, we did it all manually to build out this bank. Okay, today you don't have to. Today you plug it into AI, and AI gives you all the different results.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes to this coaching call. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway is. And as always, be sure to smash the like button. It does help the channel out a little bit. And to subscribe to this channel if you want to be notified of future videos just like this one. Now, some of you asking me, how can I be part of this process? How can I ask you questions? How can I have you coach me or mentor me? We want to make sure that we are working with the people that's the right fit. You'll need to fill up a form. There's a link right below this video. Somebody on my team might give you a call to interview you to see if they're right fit for each other. And if you want to apply and see if you're a good fit, then all you need to do is click on this link in the description box below and my team will be in touch with you.